So if you're just starting now, I want you to do about a minute rolling out the soles of your feet nice and slowly, just like this, really slowly on both feet. And press pause if you haven't done it yet. All right. And if you've already done the last session, we're going to go straight to the ground. All right. So one big aspect of shin splints is muscle tightness in the front of your shins. So you'll notice that this anywhere along the shins starts to hurt, and that's why it's called shin splints, because it hurts on the shins. So one quick fix is just massaging this muscle. So we're just going to massage the anterior tibialis. So that is the muscle right in front of your shin. So I just want you to massage, just like this, with your thumbs, just pushing into your thumbs, pushing your thumbs into that muscle and helping to break up some of that angry muscle. And so we're going to go all the way around the shin and really just dig into it. And if you find a spot that's really painful, that's a good spot to hit. So we're just going around, just like this, working into it, using the thumb. The other alternative, so if you've done this and you've like, that was kind of okay, but not great, keep digging, you'll find it. The other alternative is using the medium knot out and rolling on top of it. So you can roll along the anterior tibialis like this, using the knot out, and that also helps with releasing. So I'm going to spend about a minute there. And if you're really tight, or if you just went for a run or something, or you went for a run yesterday and you're feeling it, this is going to be pretty intense. All right, so again, spending about a minute, maybe 2 minutes on that. And then when you're ready, switching sides. There's not too much to the technique. So if you want to do this for longer than I'm doing it here, please feel free to press pause. So I'm just rolling over just the outside of my shin with the knot out, helping to release that anterior tibialis. Woo, this is fun. And again, that is the squeaky wheel in terms of shin splints, even though it's really caused by much more than just the anterior tibialis. That is where the shin splints shows up. So this is just relieving right now, just relieving the direct, not the direct cause, but relieving the pain that's indirectly caused by shin splints. All right, so again, spend about a minute or 2 minutes there. Now, I'm going to have you get onto your back and grab a strap. So go onto your back, use the strap, and we're going to go all the way up. So bring your left leg straight up. Reach your toes down, and really reach your toes down. So actively pressing your toes, or reaching your toes toward your shins, stretching your calves, and engaging the anterior tibialis for a minute. So I want you to do 5 breaths here. Squeezing the toes down, pushing your heel up. So a lot of calf stretching. And try to have a neutral arch here. So you want to make sure that the sole of your foot isn't facing straight up, but rather the inside of your foot is slightly closer to the ground than the outside of your foot is, because that's what a neutral arch would be. Still reaching the toes down, still pressing the heel up. Your goal here is to get your heel above your toes. And you might also feel a nice hamstring stretch while you're at it, which is never a bad thing. Toes still reaching down, reach them down even more, push the heel up even higher, really working into your calf flexibility and strengthening the anterior tibialis. One more breath. And then slowly releasing that down and switching sides. So now getting the strap around the opposite foot, in this case the right foot. I'm going to get the arch of the foot facing straight up. And remember, to keep the arch neutral, we want to have the inside of the foot slightly closer to the ground than the outer edge of the foot. And then really reach your heels, your heel up and reach the toes down. So, in my case, my right heel, my right calf is a lot tighter than my left side. And you might find the same with you, or maybe the complete opposite. But one side is going to be tighter than the other. Don't let that concern you. So again, same thing. We're going to really focus on reaching the toes down and exhaling to push the heel up. So inhaling to maintain, exhaling to deepen. And we need to hold this for a long time because your calves are the tightest muscle in your body, and it might take them a long time to release. So it takes it can take up to a minute and a half, maybe even longer, for muscles to release. But the more relaxed you are, the deeper you're breathing, the easier it's going to be. We've got about 3 more breaths here. Keep reaching the toes down. Keep pressing the heel up. Again, your goal is to get the heel above the toes. Try to draw out your breath as much as possible. One more breath. All right, and then release. Go ahead and let that come down. All right, and now we're going to move into a lunge, or warrior one lunge, to help with releasing your ankles, because that shin splints is going to manifest in the ankles as well, and we want to relieve the tension in the ankles. That will help relieve tension in the shins. So what we're going to do, grab a block, and we're going to go back into a nice warrior one lunge. So your right foot comes up, your left leg comes back, push into that, adjusting my mic here. All right, so we're going to push into the outer edge of the back foot, trying to lift that ankle as much as possible, and you can put as much weight as you want into the block here. And you can sink your left hip toward the ground. Keep the arch of the foot lifted and press into the outer edge of the foot, working into that ankle mobility. So getting a nice stretch. And again, hopefully using the block, so if this is more restorative focus, you can relax a little bit more, not have to worry about as much muscle engagement. One more breath. And then pivoting. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Block inside the left foot now, pushing into the outer edge of the right foot. Arch lifting away from the ground and the ankle spinning out. So you want to have that toe the toes facing slightly in. Make sure they're not facing straight forward. And really trying to get that outer edge of the foot onto the ground. Keeping the right leg firm and engaged. Let's go 2 more breaths here. All right, and then release. And we're going to do one more stretch here. So I want you to basically do a reclined quad stretch. So tuck your left leg behind you. Tuck the toes. And then this might be a little bit tight on your knees, but bear with me. And then lean back onto your right forearm. Now the goal here is to stretch your ankle. Notice that I'm trying to tuck as many toes as possible here. So if you feel pain in your knee, maybe don't tuck as many toes, but your goal here is to get the top of the shin as close to the ground as possible. You want to also internally rotate the the left thigh and reach your tailbone toward your right foot. That's going to help release the quadricep. In addition to the ankle is just going to stretch just the way that it is. It's tucked. It's going to stretch no matter what. But we also want to make sure that we're protecting the back as we do this. You can hold this for a minute, maybe 2 minutes, just allowing that ankle to release. All right, let's go ahead and release, and we're going to switch sides now. So now tucking the right foot, leaning back onto the left forearm, internal rotation to the right thigh, tailbone reaching toward the left foot, and trying to tuck as many toes as possible to get that stretch through the top of the shin, or through the front of the shin. Maybe leaning to the right forearm as well, if that feels secure. If you start to feel your back hurt, back off. You don't want to do that. And then again, spending a few breaths here, allowing the shin to release. Slow, controlled, relaxed breaths. If you're tense about this, if your face is, if you're wearing your, I can't think of the nice way to say this. If you're wearing your asshole face, that's not going to help. So really relax the face, relax the chest, relax the shoulders. Use the exhale to release. 2 more breaths. Okay, go ahead and come up and untuck. All right, so there you have it. That was Shin Splints release, so recovery focused. Make sure you check out the make sure you check out the Shin Splints strengthening workout. You might have seen that just before this, but if you haven't, make sure you see that, and that will help to address the root causes of shin splints. Strengthen your ankles, strengthen your calves, strengthen the anterior tibialis, relieve the tension in the soles of your feet through self-myofascial release, and you will be well on your way to not having shin splints. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you got something out of this. I hope your shins, I hope your legs, I hope your whole body's feeling better. And I'll see you guys on the next workout. If you're not already a member, make sure to sign up. 7-day trial at manfulyoga.com/7-days. Get access to workouts like this, workout programs, diet nutrition, and much more. All right, guys, thank you for being a member if you're watching this as a member, and I'll see you on the next workout. Take care.
Thanks for joining me for this workout today. Make sure you subscribe. We put out lots of videos like this on a very regular basis, and to get full access to all of my workouts, my programs, tutorials, and more, head to manfulyoga.com, sign up for a 7-day trial. It's just $1. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.